What's up, guys? Triple C here. I'm Justin, and this is Triple C show number 84. And in today's episode, we're going to be prototyping like a millionaire, or showing you guys how to prototype like a millionaire. Now, first off, does this sound like a clickbait title? It does.
Three names, one word. This is what success was built on. Family, revolutionary ideas, one goal. 3 million ideas, one Triple C. Killer Croc Customs, we run it differently. Not from Miami, but you know we bring the heat. Nova Vieira in the skies, no more cruising in the streets. Full of heads up high for the change we bout to bring. Sting like a bee, no bite like a cobra. Bound to bring the green light, Yoda. Oh yeah, from the backyard to the showroom.
Halfway,
to the top floor,
kind of
let me show
halfway
you what we
out,
gon' do.
see like right about here, which allows for more room to have a nicer kind of curve.
Youth on the side, but we never liked waiting. Leave our shoes on the pavement and our souls hit the skies. Open your eyes, let us show you the other side, where dreamers can believe and their hopes come alive, where each try their best and we learn how to thrive. Join us on our mission to change how we ride. To change how we ride.
I'm Joseph.
I'm Justin.
Let's go.
Welcome back to Triple C.
But I don't know. I figured it had a very classy sound to it, and honestly, I didn't know what to name this thing. I was just gonna actually call it "Don't Worry, It's a Breeze." But if you look at the last episode, it was called "Making Prototyping Like a Breeze." So yeah, I didn't want to sound like I was cheaping out on titles either. So anyways, I think that this is a cool 1920 sounding. You guys have probably seen those, right? Where they're like, here's how you prototype like a millionaire with our patented. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, all that sort of stuff aside, today we're gonna show you how we can kind of, I guess, how you can sit back and relax and work on the prototype saving. Now, why a millionaire, right? Well, because if you look at it, most millionaires, most billionaires, a lot of people that have a lot of money, they just kind of sit back and kind of relax and just put their money towards their ideas, and that's it. And they, they're not really burning out, like trying to save money. Now, obviously, with the, I guess, the average folk like me and Joe and a lot of people I know, we don't really have it that easy. And now this isn't pity, but in any sense of the term, not pity, but it isn't easy to just pull $1 million out of your pocket and go ahead and build a prototype. And let's be real, before we do anything, let's first say that prototyping is expensive. And there's a lot of people that cannot afford it. So we'd be remiss to say that. We could talk about prototyping all day, but I think it should be said that there are people that can't afford to prototype, and that is entirely fine. And that's why this list exists, because for us who cannot afford to take $1 million out of the bank and pay it back, this is the list that we use here at Triple C. Now, quick disclaimer, just like the last episode, and actually real quick, another disclaimer. Speaking of the last episode previews our list, the list that we use to get to this point. So I would highly recommend checking out the previous episode, Triple C show number 83, so you can get a little bit of a background on our list idea that we've been using. Now, after that disclaimer, here's another one. This disclaimer is basically telling you the same thing I did in the last episode. We are not experts. We are really just two people, me and Joe, but as you can see, it's just me right now. But me and Joe as a group, we are just really trying to see if everything works. We're kind of just shooting in the dark here and hoping what we do sticks. So with that in mind, you do not have to listen to us. In fact, I would definitely really think about if you want to do what we want to do before you do it. I would honestly recommend you watch us do it first and see how we go, because honestly, you might learn something that we will not, and we might steamroll right over an idea that might have been the best thing in the world, and honestly, not even just a shortcut, but maybe just a more efficient way of doing it, and you guys might be able to catch it. And the reason we're telling you is because we want you guys to be just as successful as we are, because here at CCC, we're a family, and we bring you guys up when we bring us up. So this is assuming you cannot take loans out, as I've said before. Now, of course, anyone could pretty much take out a loan, theoretically. When you take how much the loans cost out of it, anyone can pretty much go and take out a loan. You can go down to your nearest bank and take out a loan. We could do the same over here. But one, well, obviously we can't afford it. Two, we really don't believe in loans all too much over here at CCC, at least for the prototyping. We have talked about having to talk to investors about prototypes when they are completed, me and Joe, but we prefer to really have our prototypes using our own money and really kind of use our own cash to really go ahead and push these things forward. It's really not really too big of a difference at loaning versus what we do. It's just at CCC, we kind of prefer to have our concepts really funded in-house. First things first, the mentality. The mentality you gotta have when you're doing this sort of stuff is you have to look at every prototype as an investment. It's an investment of your time and an investment of your money at some point. Me and Joe really had to swallow this pill pretty long ago, although it really never hit reality until recently, when we've actually started having to spend the money and save it for the prototypes. So if you're looking at building a prototype, you should definitely factor in mind that it is an investment. It's not much different than doing a gamble or going onto the stock market or using crypto or pretty much anything you would use to kind of bet, basically. It's basically a bet. Now, you don't know if the investment's going to pay off or not, but you got to look at the positives, because the upsides can more than half of the time, can definitely benefit you more than hurt you. Of course, the bigger the gains, the higher the risks, the higher the failure, but you definitely have to keep that all in mind. Keep it in the back of your mind, but don't let it take center stage. Just make sure you know that it is an investment, and if you ever get discouraged, just remember that it's all going towards a good cause, your cause. Now, if you saw the last episode, we created a list. If you haven't, I'll update you and give you a quick synopsis. So basically, we made a list and we talked about our budget for each thing and everything in total, the entire concept/prototype budget. We now have that written down. So once you have that total cost written down somewhere, you keep that in the back of your head and you start actually getting down and actually discussing how you're going to pay for this. Now, what me and Joe do is we'll take the total cost and we'll come up with a weekly increment. Now, you could do a daily increment, you could do every other day. This is all custom in itself. And that's sort of the beauty of this, is because you can kind of conform it into the way that you want it to go. So what we end up doing after that is we'll take the increment every week, because for us it's just easier. You got to find what's easier for you. We take the increment and we will stick to that increment every week. So let's say it's $10. Now, I've written it down in my book, a quick little easy way of breaking it down. So let's bring it out. So we set a number of $10 a week. This number is consistent for mathematical simplicity. We're not mathematically inclined. Well, Joe is. I'm not. Once we do this, we will see how long it takes us to reach our end goal. Let's say it's $500. So according to my math calculator, just kidding. It's not even calculations, it's a calculator. Ha! I'm not even that good at math. 50 weeks of $10 increments, and assuming we started August 4th, 2022, happy birthday Triple C, because that's our anniversary. That means our build can start July 21st, 2023. So that is an easy way to spend $500 without actually breaking the bank. Now, are we the first people to be doing this? No. But assuming we're the first people you've seen actually doing this, and you just stumbled across our page and you're like, you know what? I want to start prototyping, and maybe we're the first video that popped up, or maybe you've seen other videos and you just wanted to see what we thought. That's the way that we do it. Now, obviously, like I said, you do not have to follow us at all, but we figured we would put it out there because, you know, sometimes it's very hard to know where to start, and if we can at least help you guys go into the right direction or some direction forward, then that's what we will do here at Triple C. See, kind of the funniest part about this, just to kind of round off the episode, you can always go around and tell everyone, hey, look, I spent $3,000 or something. A lot of these prototypes, they can cost you more than our 500 increment. 2, 3, even 8. You know, we had a Libra prototype thing, just kind of like off topic. We kind of had a stage of the Libra prototype where it was topping $8,000, and we were like, yeah, that's a lot. But let's say we ended up going through with it, we could now tell everyone, hey guys, we just spent $8,000 on this prototype. And they'll be like, what? How? And, well, we could really make up anything. You could say you won the lottery or something, but in reality, you stuck to this and you didn't break the bank one bit. Just $10 and $10 and $10 every week really adds up. Now, I don't know how this really came across. A lot of this is very raw, as you know. In the episode before the last episode, we did an update and I said there's no more script. And which is great because I prefer not to really have a script. I like being able to just talk like how I am now. The problem is we get all of the Justin anxiety slash always trying to make sure I'm saying the right thing and not offending anyone. So if this comes off very awkward, I'm very sorry. And I really, really hope you were able to, out of all this rambling that I've been going on with, you were able to see exactly how we do this at the company. So, yes, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to. You could always join us down in the comment section and let us know if you do plan on doing our method or you really despise it and you're in fact you're going to do the opposite of it. That's fine too. Let us know if you found any loopholes to it. Let us know if something, I don't know. Let us know how the weather is. Whatever you want to do, let us know in the comment section, and we'll make sure to follow up with it. Anyways, guys, I'm Justin. This has been the Triple C Show, and I will Triple C you later. Peace, guys.